Hello, hello, hello. How are you doing? My name is Coach John Allen, and how is everybody doing today? Wednesday, January 22nd. How is everybody doing today? All right. So, this evening, will be episode number 72. I can't believe that episode 72 already. It's episode number 72. And tonight's podcast, the name of our podcast is talking about weight loss medication. So my name is Coach John Allen, and let me tell you a little bit about myself before I start. Um, during the podcast, please let me know where you're coming from, where you're viewing from. Sorry, where you're viewing from. I'd love to know. And also, as we proceed, uh, tell me if you're live or it's going to be replay. Number one, number two, and next, let me know when if you get value. I know you're gonna get plenty of value from tonight from our special guest, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. And if you can relate to anything, put R for relate and P for value, so we know that we are giving you all the information that you need. If any questions, please let us know. Yes, you want to share with you. So my name is Don Allen, and I am a coach, and what I do is I help middle-aged individuals who feel unwanted, forgotten, and unseen go from being stressed out to having energy, drive, and motivation by making small changes in where they eat, for activity, and self care so that they become fit, fine, fabulous, and so sexy, loving themselves from the inside out. And that's what I do. I love talking about health. And how I started was, I was overweight, and I said I would never ever weigh a certain weight. My magic weight was 200. That was my magic weight. I said I never ever would do that. But I have learned to never say never, because if you say never, it happens. So one day I was guided by the Lord to get on the scale, and I did, and I reached that number that I said I never ever did. And I was dumbfounded. I got on the scale 3 times. I could not believe that I weighed that much, because I knew I gained weight, but I didn't know that was it. So I said, Lord, what should I do? So he guided me to my computer, and I signed up for a program, and now I am integrated nutrition health coach. So now I said, Lord, if I can lose some weight, I'm going to help others do what I did. So I did pounds. The first 20 pounds, I didn't even know I lost it, because I was just so intense in learning what to eat. I was just motivated, just focused. Eat this, not don't do this. Just eat properly. And I did. I lost 20 pounds. But then I realized I never exercised. I hated exercise. I ain't gonna lie, I hated it. But I said, let me do it right. Let me do the right way. So I watched what I ate, I watched my stress levels, and I added physical activity, and I lost another 30 pounds. So yes, you have to add physical activity in your weight loss program. You have to. It just your body needs the movement anyway, and you lose weight faster once you add the physical activity and sleep and reduce your stress. There's no way to get around it. You can lose weight without it, but you can lose weight faster and more healthier when you add all the elements. So tonight we're going to talk about medical weight loss. So I'm gonna give a little bit of background before I start. So many people are not able to lose weight naturally the way I did. I ate clean, I watched what I ate, and I did physical activity. But some people are not able to do that, not able to do diet and exercise. So they need another way, an alternative. And it's okay. Everybody's different. Some people, they may do weight loss surgery, okay? And some people may do weight loss medication. Now, with weight loss medication, you may do a fat burning pill, or you may do a weight loss injection. Now, the difference between the two, let me tell you what it says. Difference between the two. Well, the weight loss pill is a quick fix, and you can buy that over the counter in any drugstore. Okay, it's not regulated like the weight loss injection, so it's taking your own risk, right? But with the injection, it's regulated and you need a prescription. So that's a little bit different. I'm gonna let you share. You can get the pill over the counter, but It's all up to you. It's not regulated. So that's the risk you want to take. That's on to you. So I'm not telling you what to do, but that is the difference between the pills, which are not regulated, and the injection, which, well, it's, you have to get a prescription from a doctor in most cases. Okay, so I'm going to talk to you. Like I said, most of them are FDA approved, which means it's regulated by the government, regulated by feds. And well, I know one of them is Ozempic, and it originally was made for treating type 2 diabetes. And what it does, it blocks, it makes the brain feel like it's full. So it's kind of, it's a weight regulating hormone. So, but most of these type of injections, they do one of three things. Okay, they okay they reduce your appetite, or they block some carbohydrate blocker, or it just triggers the brain that you're full. Okay, so that's pretty much what it does. Most of them do. So what I did a little research, and it says that according to Forbes, I'm giving you the top 11. Top 11 says best weight loss injections of 2025. Okay, it says number one. It says Remedy Meds. That's one of the telehealth platforms for getting weight loss medication prescriptions online. And it says choose the best fits for your goals and lifestyle. So it's Melody Meds is the first one they recommend. It's pre-approved, no insurance. They said it has Ozempic, Wizobi, Zepbound. I'm sure they have other ones. They just mentioned those. Another one is Row RO, says lose 15% or 20% of your body weight. Number three is hers. Lose 9 pounds in the first month. They have Hims. Same thing, lose 9 pounds of the average pounds in the first month. Got Mochi, that's $79 a month prescription. You have Future Health, sorry, and I know they have Manjaro, which it says no insurance needed. You have MedV, that's another one, number eight. Number eight, they have Shed RX. Number nine, they have Eden. Near special $100 the first month. You have Noon, number 10, and number 11, Enhance MD. So these are just some of the telehealth that the Forbes, that says best weight loss injections of 2025 from Forbes. Whether you know, just give a little background. And I will say that it says how to choose the best weight loss medication for you. It says it is critical that patients remember that these injections are not a magic bullet for weight loss and long-term weight management. It says notes Dr. Millard, nutrition, physical activity, stress, and sleep are also critical points parts of optimal weight management. So, like I said before, you also have to do the physical activity, reduce your stress, and get enough sleep, in addition to the injections. So, like I said before, what they do is they help reduce appetite, they block carbohydrate absorption, and reduce sugar production by the liver. So, with that, I'm going to give you a little bit of background on what we're talking about tonight. Before I bring on my guest, I am going to give you the bios. We read them real fast before I bring on our guest, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. Okay, so Mr. and Mrs. Michael Jones. Okay, so I'm gonna bring on Miss Arnette first. Okay, Miss Arnette. Okay, Miss Jones also lives in Jacksonville, Florida, and worked 22 years and retired in 2022 from the education field. She now substitutes as a paraprofessional and also with special needs children as well. Okay, and she has one son. Mr. Mike lives in Jacksonville, Florida, and is married 5 years. March 22. Wow, that's coming up pretty soon. The 50th anniversary. All right. He works in the educational field with physical and mentally disabled kids at a center school. All right. So they're loving individuals that love working with our special needs children. I love that. And I myself as well work with special needs children. That's why I met Miss Arnette at our job working with special needs children. So I'm going to bring them on, no further ado. Welcome them to, we bring them to the screen here. There's Mr. Mike, and there's Miss Arnette.
Come over, son.
See Miss Arnette.
Okay.
Oh, hello, hello. How you doing today,
How
guys?
you doing?
We love you. We love you. We love the Joneses. I love your show. It's
All
great.
right.
Y'all always make me laugh. I'm telling you, I love it. Love it. I love it. I love it. So we're going to talk today about medical weight loss, and the reason why we're bringing on the Joneses because they well, I don't know if you all know, America knows that 2 out of 3 Americans are overweight or obese. So we're all in numbers together because I get it. The doctor told me for every year you gain 1 or 2 pounds. So that's normal to gain 1 or 2 pounds a year. And over the years we don't watch it, which probably most of us don't. We just live our life. We be like this. It just grows.
Mhm.
We know it's like wow, you know. So Miss Arnette, tell us a little bit about yourself, your background, and then I'm gonna have Mr. Mike tell me about his background, and then we'll talk about the health, the weight loss medication in a minute. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, I am Arnette Jones, and I've been living in Jacksonville all my life. And as you say, you've been telling them, I do work with special needs kids, love them. Worked at the school system for 20 some years and ended up retiring. And I thought I was just going to be doing something else. But God has me to go back out there and substitute with the little ones, and I'm enjoying them. They are kids that, yes, they need a lot of little attention, more attention than others,
Mhm.
but at the same time, I just love them. I love them. And I also have a podcast that's going on now, as you all may know. God Got a Blessing Just for You. That's something that I started this last year, rather. And this year, we started a new one, Meet the Joneses. And we excited about that. There's a lot of good topics and stuff that's
Mhm.
going to come up. I am a member of a church that I've been in for 40 some years,
Wow.
40 plus years. I sing in the choir.
Mhm.
I do miming, spiritual miming. Also, I do a lot of things. I in activity theater, plays that I does.
Mhm.
We have been several places doing a lot of theatrical plays. We do it a lot for Easter time, especially. And it's called a Thespian, so I enjoy that too. So I'm just a well-rounded person that's just enjoying life, enjoying my years of retirement, and also enjoying my years just serving the community.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Mr. Mike.
All right. I'm Michael Jones. I've lived in Jacksonville all my life, and I also work in the local school system
Mhm.
with special needs kids. These kids are kids with mental and physical disabilities, but I really love working with them, and I mean that has been a lot for me just working with them. But even prior to working with them, I had an extensive background in security for
Mhm.
over 20 years. And so, I brought some of that with me to the local school system. And it's just been a blessing,
Mhm.
working with these kids and just, it's something new every day. And I really enjoy it. And like I said, I live in Jacksonville all my life. And this coming March 22nd, we've been married 5 years. I've been married to Arnette Jones. So that's very special. That's I'm really looking forward to that anniversary. And we also she has a podcast.
Mhm.
God has a blessing just for you.
Mhm.
But we have a new podcast that
Mhm.
I'm a part of, Meet the
Did
Joneses, and
you ever
we're
go?
and we by then that's we're going on to the third one.
Right.
I mean I'm really looking forward to that right there. So I I'm just having fun. I mean doing the job that I felt I was called to do, working with these kids, and then doing this podcast with my wife. I mean, it. it's something I look forward to every time I get to do it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's fulfilling, and I mean, I wouldn't change it now for nothing.
That's beautiful. I'm glad that y'all working together. That's a beautiful thing that couples can work together, and you guys do a beautiful job. So tonight's subject is medical weight loss. So Miss Nettie, Miss Arnette, can you tell me about your weight journey?
Well, I tell you something. Mike and I, we share the same doctor, believe it or not. We
Mm-hmm.
had one doctor that was very good. He was our nurse practitioner,
Yeah.
and he ended up leaving, which was really it broke my heart because he had such bedside manners. He was real good, and he was the one that was trying to get me on a weight loss journey. But it was dealing with weight loss, those shots that they do, the Majaro and the Ozempic and all this stuff. But in the process of that, I told him that I didn't want to do that because I wanted to try to do it naturally.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, well, I tell you what, let's give you back maybe a month and see, can you do it naturally?
Mm-hmm.
Well, during that time, that's when I met Stay Sex to Wellness, Miss Coach Allen. And during that time, she had this water challenge going on, and I ended up joining with her and taking the challenge. And boy, wasn't this a good challenge because during that challenge, I lost 12 pounds.
Wow.
And I didn't think I can do that just with a water challenge. Now, that's not including the food or anything, that's just with a water challenge. So, in the process of that, when I went back to have my quarterly examination with him, the doctor, he said, well, what happened? How did you lose that? And I actually told him about Coach Allen. And he said, well, you better keep following her. You can lose this on water. And I said, yeah. And I said, also, she's a nutritionist. She's going to teach us how to eat right and things that we can eat, things we can do. And he said, you sure you don't want to get on this? I think this helped. I said, well, first off, I don't have diabetes in my understanding. This is what these shots are for. He said, no. He said, but you are borderline. I said, yeah. I said, but I'm going to see what I can do with Coach Allen. And so far, I've been doing pretty good. I think to me, the natural way is the best way to me. But for those that have to have that extra help, I don't knock anybody for what they're doing.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
I just don't. I don't like needles. First of all, I don't like shots, and every time you go, you have to get blood work. I don't like that either. So I knew that wasn't going to work no how. So I told him, no, that's okay. I'm going to try the natural way. I mean, one thing about the natural way, if you fall off the wagon, you can get back on that wagon. So I'd rather do it this way.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, Mr. Mike, tell us about your weight journey.
Like she said, we were both going to the same doctor,
Mm-hmm.
and here's the thing: she didn't have diabetes, but probably like a year prior to that, the
Mm-hmm.
doctor that was there before this doctor that me and her were going to had diagnosed me with type 2 diabetes, and they started the medicine. She even had to switch my medicine around,
Mm-hmm.
and eventually this doctor that me and her both had uh, told me about the shots,
Mm-hmm.
the weight loss medication.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not to take nothing away from people when they have to take the shots,
Mm-hmm.
because the shots are basically for people who have diabetes. The
Mm-hmm.
shot, you lose weight, but it's a medicine that helps with your
Mm-hmm.
diabetes.
Yes, sir.
And sometimes they have to try you on different things to see what best fits for you. And the thing that I did the best on was the Manjaro, but they
Mm-hmm.
gave it to me in the smallest dose. That's how they
Mm-hmm.
start you off, and they give you a supply for 6 weeks. They
Mm-hmm.
were giving like the trial um,
Medication.
medication where the doctor would give it to you free just to see how well you would do.
Mm-hmm.
And I think less than 6 weeks,
Yeah.
about 6 weeks, I lost about 15 pounds.
Wow.
And what I did also, I tried to change some of my eating habits, but also we went to the gym and just getting on the treadmill, walking and
Mhm.
things like that, it really helped.
Mhm.
But the thing of it was that the insurance that I had would not pay for it. But
Mhm.
now I think they might pay for it. So, because I switched my
Mhm.
insurance.
Mhm. Mhm.
And I'm scheduled to go to an endocrinologist in about another month or so. And they don't do nothing but specialize in diabetes.
Mhm.
So they may change it. They may put me back on the shots.
Mhm.
And I'm in a diabetes program
Mhm.
where I have to talk with a nurse and they help you with getting certain medicines, to help you get your weight down, to help you eat right and stuff
Mhm.
like that. So um, some people need the shots.
Right.
I tell people don't think that the shots are bad. For
Mhm.
people that want to lose naturally, that's good. But some people who have diabetes and have a weight problem, because I've always like went up and down, and you know, so it was a good thing for me. So I tell people that don't ever look at the shots as being a bad thing. Some people actually need help.
It depends on which
Can you
one.
tell? Can you tell me like describe like the system, like what you had to do to get in the shot? How many shots you get? Is it weekly, monthly? How does it
Yeah,
work? Mm-hmm. Steps.
he looked at my weight
Mm-hmm.
and they first tried me on Manjaro.
Mm-hmm.
In Manjaro, I had the best success
Mm-hmm.
because you have to give yourself a shot every week, just once a week. You give
Mm-hmm.
yourself a shot, and you can give it to yourself in the stomach
Mm-hmm.
or the thigh, and the medicine is already pre-mixed.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to draw this up or draw that up. It's already mixed,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a certain dose. They got different doses. I think they
Mm-hmm.
got like 3 or 4 doses.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever dose that doctor put you on, you take one shot a week, and it's gonna curb that appetite.
Mm-hmm.
You're not gonna be hungry. It was times that my wife had to make me eat. I was at the gym working out, and I hadn't eaten. She said, "No, well, we're gonna stop somewhere. If you don't do nothing but eat a sandwich." And they tried me on this Zempic too.
Mm-hmm.
But I just didn't do as well on that. And I think one of the things was I've had stomach problems ever since I was a little boy.
Mm-hmm.
And the Manjaro helps better with that,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
And so of the two, it's not one is good, one is bad. They look at your medical history, Coach Allen, and they look at what might be best for you, and they may try you on one or two. It's no better different than like high blood pressure. When I first went on high blood pressure, man, they played with the dose
Different kind.
for like 2 years until they figured it out. This is the best dosage that works for me, and the
Mm-hmm.
doctor left it at that. So it depends on the person.
Right.
Somebody else may come along and they may tell them this doesn't work for you, but that works better for you.
What was there any side effects at all? Any other meds you had?
Zempic, you sometimes can be constipated,
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay.
and that's why it didn't really work for me.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like that, but the Manjaro. that was just the opposite. You weren't going to be constipated.
Okay. Okay.
So it worked better for me.
Hmm. Cool. Okay, that's great. Well, I thank you for sharing because, like I said, I'm not trying to judge nobody. Like you said, I mean, you have to take it. But the thing is, a lot of people now are just taking these medications to lose weight, and they don't really have diabetes. Like you said, they just, I want to lose weight. I'm gonna take this thing and I'm gonna do it, and that's that. So I mean, I know it started with um Ozempic at one time, and then I believe at one time there might have even been a shortage at one time.
Yeah,
People,
that's what I was going to
yeah,
eventually
hmm,
bring that up, and I'm glad you said that. That helps me to remember that, and
uh-huh,
I think that was one of the problems in the beginning.
hmm,
So many people were willing to pay out their pocket for it,
mm,
and people were using this. A lot of the personal trainers were putting people on this.
mm,
Tell them, say, if you could take this, that, and a lot of people were admitting on TV, well, I'm taking this weight loss medicine.
hmm,
And I think that really hurt
Yeah.
the people
That really need
like
it.
me and
hmm,
different others that were type 2 diabetics
hmm,
that really needed it. And it wasn't for us to, to go to the gym and look fabulous. It
right,
was because we needed to help
right,
get our weight down, but
hmm,
also to help with our insulin levels.
yeah,
And, you know, because when I was taking it, I felt good. I felt really good. My insulin levels, my A1C was better, and and I lost weight. So
hmm,
it can be a good thing if it's put in the right hands.
right. I understand that. So you said that it helped the sugar reduction level. So you felt you have more energy. You have more
Yeah,
energy to do
I had
things.
more energy
Well, that's good.
because one time she was telling me you losing weight, and I
Hmm.
was. I would get on the
Walk fast.
I would walk faster, and I would get on
Treadmill.
the treadmill,
Hmm.
and I would do like 10 minutes.
Hmm.
Then the next week I had to increase to the 15
Wow.
to
Okay.
20 minutes. Then one time I was up, I had done got up to 30 minutes. 30 minutes I
Wow.
was
So you
walking
so you showing out. You showing out.
treadmill, and
I might do 30
the
minutes.
doctor that I had told me, she said, you got to have like your rate, your heart rate, she
Hmm.
said it has to be up to 2.0 or higher. She
Right.
said if it's not that, you're not gonna benefit from it. I would run mine all the way up sometime to 3.0, and it's moving fast, and I'm
Hmm.
walking, and I would do this 30 minutes, then slow it down,
Hmm.
then bring it back up a little bit,
Hmm.
and I started losing weight. Plus, I was getting the shot. So it really benefited me as a diabetic. It really did.
Well, I'm hoping that you can get back on it if doctor
I
says
mean,
so, that get on it. Well, I was just reading something. I don't know if it's when I was reading earlier enough. You heard me. Some of these different online places, and it said one of them said it was Future Health that they do Manjaro, and it says no insurance needed. Now I don't know if that's true or not, but it says lose 1.5 of your body fat per week, 30% off on personalized programs. It says no insurance. I don't know. It's called Future Health. So we're doing research from Forbes. So you might have to check that out. I know we have a new insurance company. I don't know what's going on. I don't know, but
yeah, they haven't sent me a card yet. And
yeah.
I've even changed my insurance. I
Hmm.
think the one that I've changed to
Hmm.
pays for injections.
Oh, there you go. You better call them and
Yeah,
find out. Then call. Hey, call
so
the health department. Call our
benefit.
department and find out.
Yeah, I'm
Benefits
gonna
department.
call them
Find
and
out.
find
Yeah,
out. Yeah.
definitely. Because
And,
if you need it
because,
and you're feeling good, but I don't know about Nettie. If he got to lose that weight, Miss Nettie,
Yeah.
yeah,
and, and have people chasing him, you got to increase that water intake and do what you got to do. Remember,
Yeah, I got to get back on my water like I was before because it really did help a lot. That water flush out all those toxins and
yes,
stuff.
ma'am.
So
Really, water do.
it
Water
does.
do. If you drink plenty of water,
right.
Your kidneys are gonna feel better. To me, if you drink water for about 2 weeks, just straight, no sodas, nothing like that. There, the only thing I drink anyway outside of the water now, and the nurse was telling me it's okay to do that, is a little cranberry juice if you want to try that. But you just drinking water, your kidneys are gonna feel a whole lot better. Yeah.
And you can even add some water to that cranberry. Break it down a little bit.
Yeah, she was even telling me. So sometimes I would, if I got a little bit of cranberry juice still left in my that little cup, that insulated cup she brought me, I'll go ahead and pour my water, add ice, and dilute half of it anyway.
That's great.
So it's
Well, guess what? I am so happy to have you two on tonight. You made me happy. My special guest, Mr. and Mrs. Mike Jones. Can you tell us, first of all, let me see, first of all, what Instagram got to say. I didn't check on Instagram. My people's on Instagram. Let me see if they have anything to say. Let's see. Good evening, beautiful queen. Congratulations on your weight loss journey and the challenge. Incredible. Coach Down walks and talk. What else it says? Nettie. It says congratulations, Nettie, on staying focused and intention in your weight loss. It says water is vital for ultimate health. Water has nutrients that are natural. If you begin to drink water, it can become natural and you get used to it. It's a good thing. That's from MWMS50. Yes, so everyone's talking about you guys. Congratulations. Let me see what else is on here. Let's see. The kids keep you on your toes. Congratulations. Wow. Welcome, Nettie and Mike. They're excited and value. So, yes, everybody loves you. They love the Joneses, honey. So, can you tell me where we can find you, Mr. and Mrs. Jones? Where can we find you guys at? On what platform?
Instagram at Nettie108. That's NETTI.E108 at Instagram. On Instagram.
And what day? Is it day and time for your podcast?
Meet the Jones is on Sunday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. God got a blessing just for you. It's on Monday and Tuesday morning, 7 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. They both live on Instagram.
Oh yes, and Miss Nettie on Tuesday, you have that medical segment.
Yeah,
I said, who's Miss Nettie? She trying to compete with Coach Allen. I said, I'm gonna step up my game. She's trying to take up my area. I said, okay, I hear you, Miss Nettie, bringing that medical information on. I no problem. I gotta step up my game. Well, thank you for joining me, Mr. and Mrs. Jones. I really appreciate you bringing the value to the show this evening. I wish you love and peace. And everybody, say goodbye to the Joneses. And see you guys on Monday and Tuesday, 7 o'clock, Miss Nettie, and on Sunday at 7, meet the Joneses. I thank you so much for joining me. Stay safe, wellness, Coach Don Allen. I love you guys, and there's nothing you can do about it, guys. I love you. Bye now.
All right.